Hi, good day to everyone. Okay, today we are going to continue with next session about 4.2 arithmetic sequences and series. Okay, so let us recall back our previous lesson. We know the meaning of sequences. What is the meaning of sequences? So remember, sequences, it means that, let's say the numbers in this like 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. But if for series is the sum of the sequence, all the number in the sequence, example 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So this is called series. So we are going to apply the idea of sequences and series in the arithmetic way, okay? So let's see our learning outcome here. At the end of this unit, students should be able to use the formula for the general term of an arithmetic progression. Use the formula for the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic series. Okay, so let's see here. An arithmetic sequences, suppose an arithmetic sequence has first term A. So remember this symbol A is represent first term, and common difference D is represent the difference. Okay, what is the meaning of common difference? Okay, later I will use the actual number to represent it for this give you example for this idea. Okay, so for the first term, T1 is equal to A plus 1 minus 1D. Okay, so by looking at this one, A plus 1 minus 1D is actually A plus 0 here. Because 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. 0 times D becomes 0. So that's why this one is, first one is A itself. The second one is the 2 minus 1D plus A. The third one is 3 minus 1 bracket D plus A. So you can see here, this is the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term. So with this idea, we come to a formula for finding the term, which is the first term plus n minus 1 is the number of terms multiply with the common difference. Okay, so we can almost how to find D is actually the second value minus the first one, the previous value. Okay, so let's see more example. So let's see here, find the 15th term and the nth term of the following arithmetic sequences. So as you know from here, this one is your A. How to find your arithmetic sequence? Okay, arithmetic sequence, normally this one will be by using minus. So you can get this value, this one negative 13 and 2 over 5 minus negative 12. After you minus, you will find the common difference is negative 7 over 5. Okay, so T15 is equal to negative 12. This one is A, and n minus 1, this is a formula, and this one is a D. So you substitute all the number based on this formula, and then you calculate, you get negative 31 and 3 over 5. So, all right, so this is the term number 15. Term number 15, this is the number. Okay, so Tn is equal to this one. Plus together, okay, you get this value. Because this question have two requirements. One is find the 15 term, one is find the n term. So based on this one, as for n, we remain it as n, and then we multiply, and then we calculate, we will get this one as a final answer. So this is the value when t is equal to n. Okay? So try to get familiarized with this formula, which is this one. This is a formula, okay? It's a formula. So again, I want to emphasize this formula help you to find certain number of term. Example, if you want to find term number 16, then you just use this formula. You put the number into it. Example, if I want to write term number 16, it will be negative 12 is the first value. And then this one is 16 minus 1 and then negative 7 over 5. And then you can find your final answer. So you are going to substitute the 15 to 16, 15 to 16, and then 5. Continuously find the answer and so on. Repeat and repeat, okay? So how about next example? Next example is asking you to find the number of terms in the following arithmetic sequences. As we know, the first one, A, is 14. And then D, how to find D? Use the second value minus the previous value. So the D is negative 5. Okay? So after that, you put your A here, you put your D here, and then you unsure the last one is number term, which is the number of term. But you know that the value is negative 126. So you bring this value here. After you bring this value here, you substitute all the necessary number into the formula. Then you found out the algebra here is n equal to 29. Conclusion, when t is equal to 29, the value is negative 126. This is what this formula helps you to find. So this formula is very useful. It's either they help you to find the number of term, or they help you to find what is the value on certain specific term they want. Remember, you can apply this term in different condition. Okay? All right, so we go for next one, example number 7. So find the number of multiples of 9 between 1,000 and 2,000. Okay, this question, I like it so much because they give you some, that is a bit challenging for you, because you have to know that 1,000 is not a multiple of 9, and also 2,000 is not multiple of 9. So the tips for this type of question, how to tackle this type of question as in, you need to know what is the first multiple of 9 after 1,000 and the largest multiple of 9 before 2,000. So you by searching for that number, 1008, I found out the first number of multiple of 9 after 1,000 is 1008. And then, and so on. Let's say the next number have to plus 9 again is 1017, and so on, so on, so on. But the last number also have to be less than 2,000. So it will be the largest multiple of 2,000. So it's 1998. Okay, so hence, this is A. This one is your last one. So you substitute the number A into the formula, and then the difference is actually 9. The n we unsure, but we know that the last one is 1998. So last one is 1998. How to find the last one? Then use the formula. Remember to put algebra here, so that will help you to find this one. So conclusion, n is equal to 111. It means that when term number 111, you will get 1998. Okay, so your T1 is 1008, and then your last term within this condition is 1998, and then this is the first one, and then this one is the number of 111 term. Okay, right? So this is a very interesting idea. Okay, all right. So we move on to next one. The 8th term and the 12th term of an arithmetic sequences are negative 48 and negative 62, respectively. So it means that the term number 8 is negative 48, the term number 12 is negative 62. So find the first term and the common difference. Okay, the challenge for this question is the question do not give you they don't start with the first one, A. Instead of then they start with 8 and start with 12. So what you can do is you substitute the number, the information, by using back to the original formula, this one. As you know, A unknown, and then 7D, because this one is term, this equation is actually substitute like this. So A plus n minus 1D If we look for T8, it will become A plus N is 8 minus 1. D is equal to negative 48. 48 you get from here, negative 48 get from here. So you find out A plus 7D is equal to negative 48. This is your first equation derived from the information. And then the second equation here, you can get by example, T 12 is equal to A plus 12 minus 1 bracket, and then D is equal to, we don't know, okay, we don't know, we're still finding, and then negative 62. So here is A plus 11D equal to negative 62. So when we have two equations, can you ring the bell? You know what we're going to do? We are going to use simultaneous linear equation to solve these two unknown. Then you will find out A is equal to negative 47 over 2. D is equal to negative 7 over 2. Okay? So try to apply simultaneous to find the A and D. Okay, so this one will be example number 8. So here we go. So next question is question B. After you found your A and your D, then finally you can substitute your A is negative 47 over 2. Your D is negative 7 over 2. So conclusion, the answer is negative 90. Okay. So when you do substitution, please be extra careful with the negative sign. Okay. Because they will give you the proper and correct answer. Okay, be extra careful. Okay, so the final answer for this one is negative 7 over 2n minus 20. Since question C is asking for the n term. Okay, the n term, right? So this one is the answer. Step by step when you do substitution. So it's as for this question, you have to expand into it, so you get these two values. Okay, negative, that's why I give you positive 7 over 2, right? Okay, be extra careful when you do this kind of question. Okay, so next one, we move on to this one, exercise number 2. When you try this exercise question, you can pause this video. I think you can spend around maybe 10 minutes to solve this question. Give yourself some time. Try to apply whatever you have learned before this. Okay, let us go through the question together. Find the number of terms in the arithmetic sequence 7, 13, 19, and 307. So it means that this is the first one, and then this one will be the last one. Okay, so how many multiple of 7 are there between 100 and 500? Okay, so please plan your strategy, how to solve this kind of multiples question. And then the 6th term of an arithmetic sequence is 22, and the 10th term is 38. Find the first term, the common term, common differences, and the 100 term. Okay, so since the answer is provided, I hope that you can get show your working step by step, and find this is your final answer. Okay, all right, we move on to the solution. Okay, you can see here, since it's the number of term, A plus n minus 1D. So where you get the A? So this one is your A. This one is your last one. How to find the D? You can use the second value minus the first value. So you get your D is equal to 6. So please get ready the information first before you really start with your calculation. And your Tn is 307. So after you're very clear with the information that you extract from the question, you try to substitute into the formula. So 307 is equal to 7 plus n minus 1 bracket to the bracket multiply 6. Then you get this formula. Okay? And then I get this one, and then you find the value of n. Conclusion, number of term is 51. It means that here, this one is T1, and then T2, T3, T4, and then when 307 is the value, is actually represent T51. Okay, the 51 term. Okay, so next question. This one is the thing that I mentioned just now, same as the question of multiple of 9, which is we have to find out what is the first multiple of 7 and the last multiple of 7 in between this range. This is the most crucial step before you proceed to calculate. Okay, so we cannot start with 100. We have to start with the multiples of 7. Okay, so we found out this is a value and the Tn is 497. So you substitute into it, you find out n is equal to 57. Conclusion, this one is your T1, this one is your T57. Okay, so how many multiples? So total have 57 multiples of 7. Okay, all right. As for this question, 6th term of arithmetic sequence is this one, and 10th term is 38. Okay, so this one, you need to substitute the number into this Tn equal to a plus 1, n minus 1d. You substitute into here, then you get your first equation. And then again, you get your second equation. After that, they use simultaneous to solve. They will find out that, oh, A is equal to 2, D is equal to 4. So the first term is 2 and the common difference is 4. Okay? Good? Okay, so whatever that's still very hardly to recall simultaneous, please practice more, okay? Please practice more. Take some time to go through simultaneous linear equation. All right, so how about to find the 100th term? Since you found the answer for A and also answer for D, so you get 2 plus 99 multiply 4, you get 398. Okay, so if you get these 3 answers correct, okay, congratulations, you did really a good job. Okay, really a good job. Okay, this is quite challenging. Okay, so next one, we proceed with arithmetic series. Okay, can we have a recall back? Just now we are studying arithmetic. Okay, we go back to here. Okay, why I want to compare so that you can get very clear with the formula. And this one is sequence. This one is finding sequence. Okay, so summary here, you can find out. We keep using the formula T, n is equal to A, okay, n minus 1D. This one is to help you to find the which term, or they ask you to find the value of this one. On, let's say, example, in Tn, what is the value? Or they ask you to find number of term. Okay, but next one is also arithmetic, okay, but is this one, arithmetic series. Okay, series, you still recall, can recall what is series? Series is a sum of all the sequence. Okay, so example, sum to the n term of an arithmetic series. Okay, this is a formula that we use. Actually, we have 2 different formula, but they will bring you the sum of n term. Example, if our question is given that they have A, they have D, then you can use this formula. But if the question give you the A term, stand for A is a first value, and then L stand for last term, you also can use this method to help you to find sum of an arithmetic series. Okay, example here, the sum of the first 20 term is 436. The 15th term is 80. Find the common difference and the sum of first 30 terms as 30. Okay, so as you know, the first 20 term is 436. How to get 436 actually? So you put the formula into here. Okay, 20 over 2 times 2a plus 16d. Okay, where do you get this formula? How do you write this formula? Okay, back to our this idea again. N over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d bracket. N, as mentioned question, n, you substitute by 20. 2 A is what? A, you don't know. Okay. And then N is 20 again. And then D, okay, D you also unsure. Okay. So end up here, you create a new formula, which is all of this one is actually repeat total by 436. So after you simplify everything, you get your first equation. This is your first equation. Okay, please put your unknown on the left hand side, and then this one is our answer on the right hand side. Proceed with T50 is equal to 80. Same substitution also. Okay, A plus 14D. Okay, still remember how to get 14D? Okay, because A plus N minus 1D is equal to okay. This one is 15 minus 1. That's why it's A plus 14D equal to 80. Okay? Good? Okay, so do you notice that something special here as in they use S20 use one formula and then T15 use different formula. So actually this one they involve two different formula. These two formula can help you to proceed with simultaneous linear equation, and you get this one. This is the answer. So A is this one, D is this one. But if you want to look for S30, it will be this one. Okay, S30, you put into all the necessary information, you get this answer. Okay, all right. So n over 2, 2a plus d times the value here. Okay, 194 over 15. Okay, 194 over 15. How do you know this one? Sorry, this is the d. This is the d. Okay. Okay, this is the d. This one is the n minus 1. This one is the 2a. Okay, and then this one is the n over 2. The formula, as I mentioned just now. Okay, all right. We'll proceed with next one. Okay, example 10. Find the least number or term of the arithmetic series. Okay, remember, focus on the keyword here, arithmetic series. 2, 7, 12, which are required to give a sum exceeding 500. Okay, mean that the total up must be exceeding is more than 5,000. Okay, so you know this one A is 2, D is 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. How do you know? How to find the D? It's always get the second number to get the first one. The third one minus the previous one. So the second one, okay, to find the D. So now you can proceed with the formula that we used just now. You choose this formula. How do you know you choose formula? Because it's a sum. Okay, they talk about arithmetic series. Then you get this answer. You have to factorize it. Factorize it. You find out two answers you will get. So pick the positive one as your answer. N is equal to 45. Okay, because the number of term normally is in positive value, no negative value, never. Okay. All right. So next one. This one is the find problem solving question. Problem solving question. This one is very challenging. Maybe you can have discussion with your friends. Okay, maybe can take around 10 to 15 minutes to solve. But somehow, I think some of the students can solve this one within just 5 minutes. Okay, let's see this question. Find the sum of all integers between 1 and 101 that are divisible by 2 or 3. Okay, so the idea here is anything that divided by 2, it means that multiple of 2. Anything that can divide by 3 is multiple of 3. Okay, since they are using all means that you also have to concern on sum that divide by 6. Okay, so there's no overlapping number. So let's see here. Sum of integers divisible by 2 or 3 is same meaning as sum of integer divisible by 2 plus the sum of integer divided by 3. Okay, so first one. The second one is sum of integer divisible by 2, sum of integer divisible by 3. okay, minus sum of integer divided by 6. Okay, so let's see here. What is the sum of integer divisible by 2? A is 2, D is 2, Tn is 100. So is you get when you add up all together, you get 2550. But if the integer that divided by 3, you add all together, you will have 33 term, 1683. Okay, let us have focus on the detail here. When it is divisible by 2, you manage to get 50 term, which is add up together is 2550. When you are divisible by 3, which is multiple of 3, you will get less, 33, and then you get answer 1683. Okay, why you get less? Because the number are getting bigger, the chances to get integer in between the range is getting less. So now sum of integer divided by 6. So 96 plus, okay, what formula is this? Okay, you can see from here, this one is Tn equal to a plus n minus 1 d. So you get this one 16. After you get there, actually is 96, it's actually 16. Okay, all right. And then you will find answer that 16 over 2, 6 plus 96 is at 16. Okay, all right. So this is sum of 16 value, which is divided by 6. So conclusion, sum of integer divided by 2 or 3 is 2550 plus 1683 minus 816. Do you know why they need to minus? Because they need to avoid overlapping. Okay, so the answer is 3417. Okay, so please take note on this very special question. Okay, so those students, if they're unable to master this idea, you also can try to use listing method. Example, the number that is divisible by 2, example is 2. Okay, just to write out, is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and so on. How about 3? This one is multiple of 2. This one is multiple of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and so on. So do you notice that if this one M6 is 6, 12, 18, 24. If we sum all the number, we sum this one, we sum this one. I notice 6 here. Okay, I plus them together. Okay, and so on. But when I do the multiple of 3, I see 6 again. Okay, and then that's why we do not want to have 2 times same number repeat in addition. So that's why we need to minus, take out one of the common multiple. Take out one of the common multiple by minus it. So that's why here is here and here, and then 18 and 18. So the overlap one, we only choose, instead of 2, we only take 1. Okay, that's why how do we take only 1? That's why we need to avoid overlapping. This plus together 2 multiple of 2 and multiple of 3 minus the common multiple. Conclusion, this one is multiple of 2, this one is multiple of 3, this one is the common multiple. We don't need it. We only need each of this one once. Okay. All right. So move on to exercise 3. Find the sum of the following series. Okay, 25 terms where the first term is 5, the last term is 41. What formula is if we can use for this question? And then find the sum of this term to 60 terms. Okay, then find an expression for the sum of the first n term of the series. Okay, find the value of n if the sum is equal to 440. Okay, let's see the solution here. Find the sum of following series as in, given the first is a is equal to 5, last is 41. You can see we use this one, another formula with a special condition. The first one plus the last one, and then get this one, 575 is equal to 25 term, 575. This one's A1 answer. A2 answer, you use n equal to 60. Okay, you have A, you have D, and then you get this answer. Okay, just need substitution, okay, into the proper correct formula. Okay, and then next one, this one, find the expression for the sum of the first n term. You, what is your A, substitute, and then your D, substitute, and then you get this one. After you get this one, okay, you just write it as n equal to 440, and then you put into here, and then you need to use factorization. You pick this one, okay, you pick this one, this is the answer. So n is 16. We ignore the negative value, okay, ignore the negative value. Okay, all right, so here we go for section 4.2. Again, I would like to invite you to watch this video over and over again and try to master the idea. Feel free to discuss with your friend, have a study group, and go through this one. I think will be fun to study together with your friend, okay? So enjoy learning this 4.2 session. Thank you, everyone. That's all for 4.2.